Track Review.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And it is time for a track review, doing a bit of an inaugural return episode of this series, which I kind of stopped doing for a while, but now I think it might be fun to sort of do one every once in a while on this channel. I'm going to be taking on the brand new 21 Pilots single, My Blood. The duo has seen fit to drop several tracks so far from this upcoming full-length LP. Trench, which is dropping very soon. And I've made it no secret that I have personally either enjoyed or have been at least somewhat impressed by every single one of these new tracks to come out so far. I have not really been a 21 Pilots fan up until this point. Haven't really liked a lot of their stuff, have thrown some pretty harsh critiques out there of their music in the past, and I don't know, this next full-length LP, it seems like the duo are sounding more mature and thoughtful than ever, and are approaching these tracks with more tasteful instrumentation, and I'm gonna hope that that continues to be the case on this new song over here. I'm gonna give it a shot and give you my full thoughts on it. Here we go. Okay. I mean, I have my critiques of this, but along with everything else that 21 Pilots has been dropping so far from this forthcoming album, I think this is pretty decent. I think it's an improvement. I don't know how much shit I'm going to catch in the comments for that, for kind of enjoying another new 21 Pilots song, but I do legitimately think that the duo's music is getting more enjoyable. To get to the downsides of the track first, I thought the intro was super tedious, maybe a little long-winded, could have used more instrumentation or something to kind of build the track up or just make it feel less tedious. I get that they were trying to set a really dramatic and maybe a slightly dark tone before they hit the audience with the full fidelity of all the instrumentation and everything, but I don't know if the intro really came off as moody as the duo intended or really achieved the vibe that they were shooting for. And I guess the other major critique I have of the track is just the lyrics. Not that they're overtly terrible, but they sort of feed into this ongoing cliche in 21 Pilots music where they seem to be consciously speaking to a loneliness that they know is there in their audience, so they are trying to throw out this phraseology of, oh, you won't be alone, I'll be there to protect you, da 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 da. The duo has been exploring those ideas for a long time in their music. This idea of personally struggling and either persevering through that or needing someone's help or aid or love to kind of get you through these tough times. And very obviously, this song is speaking to that idea, to that trope. Although I wouldn't say that I think it's doing it in all that interesting or refreshing of a way. It just kind of seems like they're returning once again to this idea in a somewhat underwhelming way. I do think there are some elements of the instrumental in the song that I think are a bit bland, but having said all that, I do think it does have a very solid hook. I love the instrumental for the most part. The very crispy drums are great. The fuzzy grooving bass line is fantastic as well. The lead vocals aren't too bad. They transition from some very nicely sung cleans into the rap verses that you typically pick up on a 21 Pilots song very nicely. It doesn't feel as disjointed or as tacky as some of the rap passages do typically come off in a 21 Pilots song. The bridge was pretty solid, dropped the instrumentation out, built things back up to a somewhat climactic finish. And I also like the way the duo transitions into the very glitzy, glamorous, euphoric, and almost disco-inspired hook. It's almost like there's a little bit of Bee Gees influence here, or like some disco-inspired indie-tronic stuff from the 2000s when it comes to the chorus on this thing. Again, a little bland. The lyrics don't do a whole lot for me personally, but I do think it's a pretty solid, tasteful, mature track. There's not a whole lot about it that I found to be overly terrible, unbearable, or corny. I think it's a very well put together pop tune with a kind of dark, moody edge and a personal message. Not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. And it seems like 21 Pilots fans are taking to the duo's new material, but I wonder if this direction will go over as well as, I don't know, the sweeter, more summery, more playful and quirky, and I guess kind of clashing sweet sounds that they have kind of made a name for themselves off of so far. I guess that remains to be seen, but all I can say for right now is that I'm continuing to enjoy the new direction. I don't think it's a bad direction. I'm continuing to look forward to this new album. I don't know at this point if I'm really thinking it's going to blow my mind. Most likely not, but I'm hearing progress here and I'm hearing improvement. So that's always something to celebrate. You guys can let me know what you think of this new track down in the do you love it, do you hate it, why? What do you think I should maybe track review next? Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, 21 Pilots, forever.